Time to go! Ooh. Ah! Soldier! Spy! Nice shot!
All in a day's work.
Well, if you've come here, then I assume you already know about Lethal Company. But for those of you who somehow haven't heard of this game, Lethal Company is supposed to be a horror game set in space, where you go to different moons with different kinds of abandoned facilities, which contain scrap that you need to collect to fulfill a quota for some unknown organization simply called the Company, while at the same time, trying to not die to a wide variety of monsters residing on these moons that will try to kill you on sight. Sounds simple, right? Well, it is. But the thing I love most in this game is, unlike a lot of horror games, you can actually fight back against some of these eldritch horrors and turn them into past tense with a few techniques, such as throwing a used flashbang onto a landmine to kill one, baiting them into traps to make them into some monster pancakes, or throwing an egg at their feet in hopes it explodes, which will result in an insta-kill. Oh my god, that killed him. What the fuck? Or straight up just shooting him in the face with a fucking shotgun. Oh, you know what? Just because I can. Fuck you! Fucking Bracken. Not this time. I don't care. But in my opinion, those are all boring ways to get rid of these monsters. And they waste time and resources. All you really need to kill these monsters is just your trusty shovel, which only costs 30 credits to buy, which allows you to also buy a pro flashlight, since it costs only 25, and at the start of each session you start with 60 credits. So you can just go in with a buddy, or alone, depending on your preference. But enough yapping about logistics, because that's not what this video is about. Let's get to the good stuff. I've made a tier list which shows, in my opinion, the danger scaling of all the killable monsters in the game, since I faced them all and I know what they're like. And of course, we'll be starting from the bottom and working our way up. Sitting all alone in D tier, there's only one monster that is really no threat at all, and that is the Tulip Snake. All this little fella does is latch onto your head and sometimes begin flapping his wings to lift you up in the air to drag into danger. For example, like falling into a hole or just dying to gravity. But funnily enough, this guy can't actually lift you all by himself. There needs to be 3 of them latched onto your head to fully lift you up in the air. And on top of that, you can actually steer the direction you're getting flown into with these guys, which makes them much more useful than threats. So, for example, if you're getting chased by a dog or a giant, these guys can actually be a lifesaver and get you out of that situation, and even get you back onto the ship if you get left behind. Oh, and they die in one hit. So yeah, no threat. Next up on our list of creepy crawlies, we have some monsters that can actually kill you, but still pose a little threat. Starting off with the Loot Bug. Now this little bastard loves to just roam around the facility and try and get his crummy little hands on anything he can get, and stash him somewhere. Although they are usually friendly, but can quickly get agitated if you're not careful, which then you'll have to kill them. And he's one of 2 monsters that got secretly shadow buffed, which he now takes 3 hits instead of 2 to kill. And due to their nature, you're bound to find yourself in some funny situations with them.
Center of a Tootsie Pop.
Go back and watch MapRat's video for that. Oh. Hi. Well, as long as you don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you.
Wow, Marvel Boy is such a good card.
Bruh, the Next up in C tier, we come to the first monster that can actually spawn outside, which is the Baboon Hawk. These annoying menaces will just hang around nearby forests and stalk any player that they see. By themselves, they don't pose much of a threat, because you can just keep your distance and keep on bashing them until they finally die, but their main strength comes in numbers, or if one happens to be bigger than you, then they will actually attack you. And you have to be pretty careful, because if you're getting attacked from multiple angles, it can actually be pretty tricky to take them all out in one go. And they also take 4 hits to kill, so as long as they're good at shovel combat, you should be fine. Next up, we got the unarmed wandering player's worst nightmare, the Snare Flea. This oversized cockroach has a single simple gimmick. He'll latch onto ceilings and wait to Assassin's Creed anyone that comes under them. And if you manage to bash them away, he'll just run away and try again. And he does in 3 hits, so be quick. Up next, we have the literal SCP insert / King of Confusion, depending if you have mods or not, that being the Mimic. As his name suggests, this guy will try to mimic a player in order to get close to you, but it's basically just SCP-035. But instead of trying to trick you to releasing him from an underground facility, this guy's main goal is to just barf in your face to turn you into a mimic as well. But thanks to the fact that he's just as fast as you can easily outspace him and kill him in 4 hits. And last but not least in C tier, we have probably the rarest and most sharply dressed monster, that being the Butler. But when I mean this dude's rare, he is rare, since he only shows up on Dine and I've only ever seen him once, which is this clip. This whole dude's shtick is if you are alone, he will literally try to kill you Among Us style. And when you do kill him, he will explode into a bunch of locusts that will roam around the facility until you leave. But, unlike other monsters, this dude's special! And what I mean by that is that this guy's got a funny little quirk that depends if you're alone or not. Since if you're alone, this guy takes 2 hits to kill. But if you have a friend or 2 playing with you, he takes 8 hits to kill. So yeah, if you encounter one of these guys while playing with others, tread lightly. As we finally move along, we've come to the tier with monsters that normally would pose a massive threat, but can easily be killed with a few methods we'll get into in a bit. Starting off with the Eyeless Dog. As their name implies, they're completely blind, but that only means they have the same kind of supersonic hearing as any of your parents when you're trying to sneak around at night. But therein comes their Achilles heel. Because of the way they attack, when they lunge, they're very prone to getting stuck on walls or random ass objects, which allows you to easily kill them. Oh yeah, did I mention they take 12 hits to take these beasts down? But thanks to their lack of vision, they have a tendency to attack literally anything they come across that makes noise. Which can be a massive boon in certain situations, since when they do approach you, they'll already be damaged, which can result in you killing them in fewer hits than usual. Next, we got Lethal Company's most relentless and tankiest monster, that being the Forest Giant. I'm fairly certain most of you have already seen this hulking behemoth before, considering that it forces every player in the game to play a glorified game of hide and seek when going back and forth from the ship to the facility. But just like every other monster in this tier, he does have a weakness, and that being that he can't get inside your ship to grab you, unless you stand too close to the door. But now here comes the worst part. This massive mountain of a monster takes 38 hits to kill, which recently got buffed from 30. So if one's really giving you trouble and you are seriously committed to beating him with a shovel instead of killing him with an egg or something, if you have enough perseverance with enough shovel hits, he will eventually go down.
There you go! Good night, son of a bitch!
And for our last monster in our tier of trickable terrors is the newest addition to Lethal Company, that being the Man-Eater. Hey you! Have you gotten tired of caring for an adopted child you never even wanted? Well boy, do I have a solution for you! Just simply go around the map and find one of the designated spots where you can leave this little problem to fend for itself, or simply take care of it yourself. For the low price of 5 shovel hits, you can get rid of this problem, and any child support you might have been contractually obligated to provide. I'm sure Virgil would definitely approve of this arrangement.
We'll return after these messages.
Slightly lighter. I knew I'd find you doing this. Nice, that's a clip. Hey, look what else is coming.
Real quick, there's a block back there.
Yeah, I saw.
Where was the locked door again?
Oh, Jesus!
Here? Yeah, here. Okay.
Guys, I found a key.
Why are there so... It's just turrets.
Oh my god! Vietnam!
Turrets!
Vietnam! Fucking hell.
Alright, one at a time.
Oh my god!
Run.
What the Jesus Christ! No, no, okay, now. On the new $2 million taxpayer 79 Express.
I hate that damn fire door.
There's one more score. We gotta get to the heating.
Welcome back, Victory. Don't be down.
No, Dish. Ours know what he's talking about.
Now this is real bullshit hours.
I'm willing to say Titan's a good shot.
Yeah.
What?
Flush! Join the conga!
Oh my.
Go and see.
Boogie on the dance floor.
Hold on.
Boogie on the dance floor.
This is so stupid. From this point onward, we come to the monsters that you would die the most consistently to if you would be fighting them with a shovel, starting off with the Bunker Spider. This 8-legged freak is basically everything you would expect. Just like the loot bug, he loves to set up in one area and just camp around by setting up webs to catch any unsuspecting player off guard. Just like a few other monsters, he takes 5 hits to kill, but he does speed up at that final hit, so be careful. And the other enemy in A tier is probably a shovel hunter's best practice monster, that of course being the Thumper. From my experience and the clips I've seen online, the Thumper is probably the most common enemy you would want to fight, because whenever they appear, they are almost always a massive headache to work around or avoid. Aside from taking 4 hits to kill, I wanted to explain why the Thumper and the Spider are in A tier to begin with. Since by themselves, they're not usually that much of a threat and you can pretty easily take them out if you're experienced enough with shovel combat. But the reason why is because when you throw them into the equation, they can make other weaker monsters more dangerous. So realistically, these two should be in C tier when it comes to your experience. But every now and then they can still catch you off guard if you're not careful, no matter how experienced you are. As the second to last monster on our list, this one will truly test your mettle to see if you can take him down or not. And of course, who else other than the Nutcracker? This oversized toy soldier is among the most dangerous monsters in the game, and for a good reason, because he can insta-kill you from range with his shotgun. And because of that, he is probably one of the few monsters that has the biggest squad wiping ability in the whole game. But if you can take him down, his shotgun's yours. When choosing to fight him, he demands absolute perfection on your part if you do not wish to die, either from his range or if you get too close, get kicked in the face. Considering how dangerous this guy is, you really gotta be prepared to take him down. Assess your location and see if there's anywhere you can duck behind, like corners or hallways, to minimize the damage. But I have to say, out of every monster in the game, this one is by far the most fun to fight. At long last, we've reached the end. If you've been keeping track, then you already know who this is. The hardest and most elusive monster to kill with a shovel. He goes by a few names. Flower Man, Boogeyman, the King of Cliffs. Of course, it's none other than the Bracken. Ever since I figured out that you can kill monsters in this game, I had a goal to kill as many as I could. And as I kept playing, I ended up killing more and more. But this motherfucker! He single-handedly made this entire journey hell! Since he has an annoying tendency to just appear out of nowhere and just game end you right on the spot. Because of the way his AI works, he is made to stalk you and strike at the worst times possible. And even when I finally made up my mind to try and hunt him down, I'd first have to find him and then not die to him in each attempt. And because in the past I wasn't even sure how to properly kill him, it took a stupid amount of attempts to try and kill him even once. Oh yeah, and guess what? He originally took 3 hits to kill, but he got shadow buffed into taking 5 hits to kill. And yeah, I found that out the hard way. What? What the fuck? Bro, what, he takes 5 hits to kill? What? That was 4. I hit him 4 times. But after a couple months of trying, this happened. Oh, yo, there's a Bracken right there. I made him mad. Wait.
Bye, have a great time.
Sure. He totally was.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Oh,
Alright.
there he is.
There we go. He just fucks. What the fuck? Like, what is happening?
He's clocking in. He wants his lunch break.
Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. You see him? You see him? You see him? He's right there. He's coming.
There
we go. I did it.